Hello, hello, everyone. Do not mind the mower you probably hear in the background. It's just the city workers here. Today is, oh, let's see, what is today? Wow, that heat. Uh, Today is July 31st at 8:16 a.m. I wanted to go further, but looking at a path, I saw a guy and he's just doing like the same fucking walking path. He's like walking in a figure eight, going to the stairs and coming back. He did it like 5 times in a row. So I don't know if it's, well, I don't risk of being someone on drugs, with a mental illness and stuff. So, new record, I guess. I wanted to walk to the bridge for Fridays now. For these walks, I wanted to push it further. So Fridays, my short walks, and I'll go to the bridge. And on Mondays, it's a long walk where I try to push myself as far as I can, or just consolidate what I already have and just walk there back a few times. I'm currently on Mondays, I'm on the consolidation part where I'm just going to walk to where I can make it and then walk back until my feet get stronger and stuff. So yeah. But yeah, today is the last day of August. July. The average temperature is dropping. Lucky for us, right? Now it's not the blistering hot bullshit anymore. At least on the mornings it's not, which makes these walks so much more easier. So it is what it is and all that. I just saw the mowing guy get to the person I think has mentally ill. He's still doing the same fucking path. Wow. It's definitely worrisome, but it is what it is. And all that. My beard, as you can see, it's grown back. You can still see a little bit of the chin, like right here and all that, but it's mostly grown back. I do want to cut off like this area on the cheek because those don't have like fully grown actual beard bubbles or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to look on cams doing these walks. So yeah. Oh yeah, my birthday. I'll soon be 23. Yeah, because I was born in 2003. August 4th, next week. So I believe today's last day of July. The 1st of August will be tomorrow. So that'll be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Should be my birthday, I believe, if I got it right. Unless July magically gets a 32nd day, or the calendar on my phone is wrong, and all that. But yeah, my birthday's in a few days, and all that. It'll be the first year, from 23 to 24, where I will be actually losing weight instead of slowly gaining. So this down here, all this, that was gained over years, gradually, and all that. And also me kind of being a potato once I especially entered middle school and high school, and all that. Sure, yeah. I last ate yesterday at around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I ate homemade mashed potatoes. No, between me, if I say mashed potatoes and homemade meat, it's like from the actual potatoes themselves. Milk, butter, salt, and all that. I think creamed corn, green beans, chicken legs, well, deep fried, 2 normal, 1 barbecue, a biscuit, and some very oily gravy that I only really put on the biscuit and a little bit of mashed potatoes. Mashed potatoes are watery, a little bit too watery for my liking. But I still ate them though because they still tasted good, of course. But I'd prefer to be a little bit thicker. And the gravy was, I don't know what my mom did, but she made it way too oily and all that to actually work. At least, by itself. Because like when you would take a spoonful of it, you would see like a visible layer of oil pull up on the part of the spoon where the gravy was at and on top of the gravy. I tried spooning some of the oil out, but it was just too much. So I don't know what the hell she did. I'm guessing she probably used the oil she fried the chicken in. Used a little bit of that, but did too much. And that's how it happened. I know we use like packets of it and stuff. And when it's hot and fresh, at least for me, that gravy is fucking delicious. Because I don't really have a tongue for fancy food and all that. I'm more of what you call a peasant or commoner with the food, which is ironic as shit because almost every single piece of food I ate yesterday would be considered goddamn royalty if it was like a few hundred years ago. So, I mean, if you think about it, people say they eat like a royal. That means they're just eating normal shit that anyone else can eat and all that. A little bit weird. Did I enjoy it? Yeah. The biscuits, though, were from yesterday. Well, I ate yesterday, but it was from like the day before. They're reheated, but I was planning on actually taking those biscuits because do racing with biscuits. And I'm American. For anyone who might be British or not American, biscuits as in biscuits and cookies are different. I know in the British, they call, what we Americans call biscuits, they call cookies, and what they call cookies, we call biscuits. But, yeah, for the biscuits here, I was planning to actually, initially, when they were done, I saw it was like 3 left yesterday, or the day before that. I was going to cut open the middle of them. I was going to actually heat up the biscuits in the oven, like the toaster oven or air fryer we got, and get nice crispy outside, way crispier, because it's nice and soft. And then I was going to cut a hole in the middle, put some butter in it, and then fill it up with some jam. Because I fucking love that shit, man. Biscuits with a hole in the middle filled with warm jam and melted butter. Top off some salt, too. Just a little bit, not too much. Fucking perfect, man. But, of course, instead of using it with the gravy, because it actually tasted good with the gravy, and that's probably because the fucking biscuits actually absorbed the oil. Now, is that healthy? Nope, the gravy definitely turned the biscuits from something healthy, a baked bread product, or a baked wheat product, into a fucking holder of all oil known to mankind. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, we also had some of those, some Alfredo, chicken Alfredo, those little packs and stuff. Nothing homemade, really. Outside like the chicken, nothing was really homemade. It's all canned and stuff, which I don't mind. Like, I liked the taste of canned green beans and canned corn and all that. And I can understand why people want to like it, but if you honestly eat it quick enough, there is no canned taste to it and all that. But I guess that's one of those things where it is what it is. But I've had fresh corn, and I've had canned corn, and I can say between the two, it depends how you prepare it, really. Because it's, well, sweet corn for the canned. It's always sweet corn or creamed, I should say that. And I know my mom puts a shit ton of butter and canned corn if it's not creamed. And it tastes so good. But I know, like, you get that freshness, though, when it's like a stick, though, of corn on the cob. It's like a nice freshness. Like, they're both good in their own ways. Like, the corn on the cob's more messier. The canned stuff isn't as messy, but the corn on the cob, I don't know. It was a little bit weird, but I figured out, like, I think the perfect corn on the cob. I almost fucking sprained my fucking ankle for the 3rd time. Almost. But I figured out the I think the perfect corn on the cob combination. Blue Bonnet butter, specifically that brand, melted, like rubbed against a stick and all that, well, in the cob. So it melts, coated evenly. A little bit of pepper first, then salt. Actually, it depends what you want to do, but let me rephrase that. A little bit of butter, rub it across, take it all buttered up, then do a little bit of sour cream on, not a lot. Like just a pinch of sour cream, rub it across all of it so it's like a small white layer on it. Because I found that by accident. Then pepper, then salt. The sour cream came to be when I was eating it with baked potatoes and accidentally got some on the corn, and I just said screw it and just kind of rubbed it around the corn so that way I wouldn't get like one big dollop of it. And it's fucking amazing. No, so that's why Blue Bonnet, because I've had other types of butter. I've had Great Value. I've had the Irish brand, whatever you can find. I've even used the kind meant for baking and all that. Blue Bonnet's like the fucking goat of butter, man. It's like the best. It's soft. Unlike Great Value, has a very nice taste. The Irish one also has a very nice taste, but I don't know how to go on corn and all that. Love Blue Bonnet though. Fucking love it. It's like my favorite type of butter. Yeah, that tastes good for the corn. Enough about food. Politics, my friends. Politics indeed. I know the midterms are coming up. I haven't been paying as much attention to politics this last month or two, mostly because of Crusader Kings 3 and my friend getting quite a bit of games for me and all that and stuff. Historically, if you have a, at least I'm just going off historic here, as I know it could always be a out of left field, out of right field kind of a thing here. Historically, if there's a president in a house, Democrat, Republican, Whigs, whatever the fuck party they're with, and they have control of the house as in same party and all that, typically, historically speaking, in the midterms, the house usually flips. And it's very, very rare that it doesn't flip to the other side and all that. So, just going off the historical precedents, I do think the Democrats will win the House and all that this upcoming midterms. I don't really look at the Senate stuff, because I know there's the senators, the House, and the presidency. I don't really look at the senator stuff too much outside like my own state and all that, if I'm being completely honest. And I know it affects stuff on a federal level and all that. I know for the House of Representatives, though, I think the Democrats could pull it off. Or at least they're going to have way more people in there now, coming midterms. Because I know I've seen across the board opinions and all that of like, at least online, not in person, so do take this with a grain of salt, that former or current MAGA members are just not happy with the current Trump administration. Some love it, some hate it. Some hate that the increase in oil is happening and all that. Some just say, well, it's like it was under Biden, so who cares? Some say, he said no new wars, so why the fuck's he attacking Iran? And others say, hell yeah, delete that motherfucker off the face of the universe. I've seen every opinion on it from both sides. Of course, not mostly Democrats, like just random people, not even just like politicians stuff, just random people online, just going against it. And the communities, I should say, just so you guys know if it's biased or not, Reddit, of course, which is like famously left-wing, and YouTube, which depends who you watch, and all that, you know? And of course, I look at sometimes Fox, sometimes CNN, ABC, and I usually just go to looking at comments to see what people are saying, and as you expect, the Republican-based outlets are having wild support, and the non-Republican-based, well, right-wing, I should say right-wing, left-wing, and the non-right-wing outlets are fucking hating. So, I'm going to just go off historically speaking here. I think the Democrats will get a shit ton of seats in the House. I could be wrong, because again, I'm just going off historical precedents, and I know the historical precedents was that Trump would not win the presidency because only one other person in history, if I'm not correct, it was Grover Cleveland, won the presidency in 2 different time spans. So instead of serving both terms together, it served 1 term, another president serves, and then you serve the 2nd term after that. So it's not concurrent terms, it's separate. And Trump's the 2nd person to ever do that. And all that, you know? So yeah. I know that there's been some stuff of like, what, House of Barney, whatever. I don't even know what the fuck that means, really, with Mitch McConnell over in Kentucky and all that. And there was also some hearings with Fauci, who I remember was it CDC director? I was during COVID. All that. But yeah, I know there's a lot of shit going on and stuff, you know? So yeah. So yeah. I know it's getting crazy out there in the world. I mean, it depends where you are, right? For some people, it's just not a Tuesday. For another, it's a completely life-changing event that's happening. So while we're here and all that, in the U.S., bickering over elections and all that, there's another place that's probably like doing mass killings and all that. So, you know. I know I've been more focused on the domestic recently than the foreign, though, but I've heard recently, like this morning I was on Reddit, that apparently the king of Morocco announced that the economy is doing way better. He's been successful with it. And apparently like a lot of refugees are fleeing now and entering like a Spanish place or whatever, like Spanish territory. I don't know why. I don't know anything about Morocco, but I just read on it this morning. I only have one opinion or the other because, you know, there's a mower. I don't really have a big opinion on that event because I don't know how it is in Morocco and I don't know how bad it is to why people don't want to leave, you know? Because I don't ever look at someone and say, well, you can't fucking come here because I said so. And all that. It just depends. Like, if it's a terrible place to be, you're going to do anything to leave, even if it means being illegal in another country, you know? It's always been like that historically, too. Like, if a country's terrible and you see another one that's great nearby and you see it heading in a bad direction and you know it is and everyone sees it, why wouldn't you just up and leave? And all that. I don't feel good right now. To be fair, I haven't eaten since 5 yesterday. So I've not put food in my body for 15 or so hours now. So it's probably not a surprise I don't feel too good. I don't think I'll fall. I don't think I'll pass out. I don't think any of that will happen. I just saying I don't feel good because of it. My leg's also aching a little bit. Probably because I didn't eat either and I didn't really properly stretch up. You know, I should be before these. Oh, yeah. Pretty crazy that now. And it's only been 19 minutes. Yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I really don't. There's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I feel like some of it, you know, it'd be better saved for another video. And when I feel better, but I never feel better. Well, I think I'm going to end the video here, though, now, guys. If you enjoyed, thank you. I can definitely talk a lot more when I'm sitting down because I can think better than when I'm walking. Probably should have sat down. Probably. I already did that, though. I will see you guys on another walking video on a day before my birthday. Bye.